All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. Ahmaud Aubrey. Well, what's the latest happenings? What's going on? I'll tell you what it is. Check this out. February 23rd is when he got shot and lost his life. And if there was no video, there would have still till this day been no case. Did you hear that? No video, no case. And the police was not the ones that did the prosecuting of these two racists that belongs to a white supremacist group. It's all over Facebook. It's all over Google now that these guys are associated with a white supremacist group, a hate group. And if this video did not surface, then guess what? There would have been no case. So it wasn't the Georgia legal system or the law system that prosecuted him or is prosecuting him. It's the people. It's the people that after they got the video and the video evidence that started raising hell. And this is the only reason why that national attention is given to this particular case. As a matter of fact, they need to actually let this case go well past Georgia. It needs to go federal because you can see right now that there is not going to be any justice. Now, let's flip this thing around here for a second, all right? Let's say it was two black men that gunned down a white guy. Do you think that they would have been able to walk around on the streets for 74 days? Let's just be honest now. Let's just straight up be honest about it. Let's just tell the truth. You know just as well as I do, that's not the case. Well, we've already had two lawyers recuse themselves of this case. And one of them actually had the arrogancy and the audacity and the unmitigated gall to actually write a piece that says if the guy's son who shot Mr. Aubrey and killed him dead with the shotgun, that if Mr. Aubrey would have never grabbed the shotgun, then it wouldn't have been a case for him to be able to defend themselves, meaning the guy who actually drew the shotgun on him said he had the right to defend themselves. I like, man, how much more retarded do you have to get? So he's done recuse himself, and they done put, and I don't know her name, but they have put a black Republican conservative now, I guess on this case now. So, and she used to be a judge. So we're going to see how things go. Well, you can tell already that it's bad because they have already started the demonization campaign against Mr. Aubrey. You know, in 2013, he bought a gun to school. In 2018, he did this and did that. What does that have to do? And is that admissible evidence based on him running down the street, getting shot, and losing his life? Now, the reason why I'm passionate about subjects like this, because I remember when I was younger and I was dating or was dating one outside of the cultural norms right here, I had guns drawn on me twice. One time I was able to go get my father, and of course, we turned that whole damn county upside down, but we're just going to leave it at that. And even then, that guy, he was kind of far away from me. I was already, charting in my mind, what in the hell I'm going to do, get this gun away from this guy and shoot him. That's what I was doing. And that happened at 14 years old, 15 years old. Can you believe that? So I don't take it kindly to have my life threatened, and I don't take kindly to oppression. But can we not all see that there's really, truly no justice in the system? Think about it. This is not going to be a fair trial. Matter of fact, I'm going to go on record to say that it's going to be a national riot because this is looking like that the good old boy club and the blue laws are in. We saw a police officer get on YouTube, get on Facebook, and actually talk to his colleagues and tell them and remind them of their oath, the Constitution, the whole 9 yards, that y'all not the end all and be all the law. Y'all public servants. You owe your servitude to us because we don't want to pay your paycheck and stuff. And don't you know that his department fired him? Now they got a GoFundMe campaign to help fund his lifestyle there for a little while. But that's just letting you know exactly what this system thinks about us and what it thinks about their power. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And we're in some times. Well, I never get off this without advice. What's my advice? Feel like I got sneezed. Excuse me. I never get off here without advice. And my advice is that I got to sneeze again. All right. And my advice is that, first of all, number one, these talk show hosts that love talking about something and love getting people to get marching and protesting and stuff. I told you, if you show up to a protest and you don't have a firearm or a rifle to be able to defend yourself at these protests, which the Constitution gives you the right to peaceably assemble and to protest your government for redress and a grievance, if you don't have a firearm and something to be able to defend yourself against this hostile environment we find ourselves in, you're not protesting, you're complaining. And then anytime you're complaining, it's easy to handle your complaint. But however, when you come and you show up with equal or superior fire force, all of a sudden there's a respect level, especially when hundreds of thousands of you show up like that. That's how you protest in this country. As a matter of fact, was not America born out of protest anyway? I mean, for those of us who know the history, was they not born out of protest? But I tell you, I'm not going to do like these black preachers, these black conservative talk show hosts, or these black Democrat talk show hosts or anything. I'm not going to do like they do and try to tell you that if you just keep voting, if you keep on complaining, you write your congressman and write your senator and all this stuff, that change is going to come. We've been doing this for decades, and the only change is still absolute, is that melanated people are dying still on the street heinously at the hands of closet racists that actually either used to wear a uniform or they still wearing a uniform. And I'm telling you, it's sad. It's sad. But I think that every black person in this country should arm themselves to be able to protect themselves. And even when you jog, and even when you're running, everywhere you go. And if you live in one of these communist states that you can't even defend and protect yourself, like California, New York, and Illinois, man, you should get out of there as fast as you can, because there ain't no freedom and there ain't no liberty without you being able to defend yourself, to protect yourself. And the sword or the firearm is the modern day sword, according to Luke 22:36, for those of you that believe in the Bible. And I tell you, it's just a sad, sad day. But this is already looking like that the fix is in. And it looks like that there's going to be a riot ensuing on this. And I would be surprised. I would be surprised that the verdict go any other way. But you mean to tell me that the only way that this has garnered public attention or national attention is because somebody came out with the video? And the guy that came out with the video, he's receiving death threats on his life. Death threats. Can you believe that? Man, what a country and what a world in. But you know what? Like I said before, the rest of the world is not totally oblivious to what's going on here in America. Russian President Vladimir Putin says, don't you come over here talking to us about human rights with the way y'all treat the blacks in your country. China has said the same thing. Don't you come over here talking about Tiananmen Square, and don't come over here talking to us about no human rights with the way y'all treat slaves and the blacks in your country. I ain't hearing it. So stay the hell out of our business. You see, a lot of people ain't drinking the Kool-Aid. A lot of people just simply is not drinking the Kool-Aid. But I'll tell you what, I want to see what the response is going to be. And I'm going to tell you something, black folks. That NAACP ain't worth a damn. Don't trust them boogers. They ain't going to do nothing. They ain't never did nothing, and they ain't going to do nothing. The only thing that's going to do something is when you learn how to protect you and your loved ones, when you learn how to protect yourself, and you learn how to do it in a defensive posture, in a defensive way, and you learn how to, and realize that you're in a country, that you're on hostile soil that has been occupied and taken over by the colonizers. You got to realize that. And you've got to realize that if you're going to stay alive, that every single time that you step out your front door, and even if you got to drive to work, you drive to the mall, you drive to the store, you better have a defensive mindset. You better be careful about what you're looking around, because I'm telling you, not only that, there's something that wants to ignite a race war and a race fight in this country, some type of spirit that there is. And if that does happen, you better get yourself ready. You better be armed. You better know what you're doing. You better know how to do it, and you better know how to move. You better know tactics. You better know a lot of stuff. And many of you just simply ain't equipped. I think the TV has just done messed us up. I really, truly have. And I think that listening to these politicians and the news media has dumbed us down to an unprecedented level. And right now, it's getting to the point that if you hear videos like this, what I'm saying, if you hearing what other people are saying, and you still go out here and you refuse to actually defend yourself, then you, hey, I hate to say it, but you actually deserve exactly what you get. That's just sad. It really is. But it looks like the fix is already in. They're already finagling. They're already doing everything they can under the sun. And what need there be a trial? This is just like the Emmett Till case. It's really shut. It's really case closed. It's really clear. Well, anyway, guess what? We got the same system of justice in place as it was in Emmett Till's day. That's the reason why that these guys could walk around 74 days on the street and not get prosecuted. 74 days. And the only reason why they're getting prosecuted, and these people getting in front of the camera, grandstanding and politically stage playing, and the dog and circus and pony show, it is in. They don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about you at all. It's all a dog and pony show. Pawns in that chess game. I remember somebody talk about a long, long time ago, it's either the bullet or the ballot. Which one is it? But I'm telling you what, people can say whatever they want to say. Let's see if we really, truly have freedom of speech. Let's see if we really, truly got it. And I'm telling you one thing, you'll be a whole hell of a lot better if you just get out of these damn housing authorities, housing areas, and out of these cities and do like I've been telling you for decades. Move to the country and then train once you get there. I'll keep you posted.